harsh sounds. I think I'm gonna go soft-spoken for this one because I have quite a bit of talking to do. So maybe we'll go back and forth in between, like a nice soft-spoken and a whisper. We'll go kind of back and forth between the two. And hopefully my speech will be just boring enough to put you right to sleep, 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 to sleep. This is so out of pocket for me. I'm absolutely stepping out of my lane, but I felt the need to make a really quick video about a very serious topic. And I'm not true crimey. I don't really do that stuff on my channel, but I learned some things today that I felt were important enough to share. And I do this with good intentions. So no evil messages or comments. I think we need to all be very sensitive right now because there is a woman missing. A woman from Chicago. I don't know if you have heard of her. Her name is Taylor Casey. Taylor is a 41-year-old female that is from Chicago, Illinois, and she is missing right now. She has been missing for 2 weeks. She went missing from her yoga retreat in Nassau, Bahamas, and the place she is staying is right near the Atlantis Resort. It's one of those real, like intensive and crunchy yoga retreats. I think she was supposed to be there for like a month or 2, a real long time, and they have a variety of sleeping arrangements there. Can opt for a tent on the beach for a more reasonable price, and I did hear that their prices go up to about $500 a night if you have, your own private room and probably bathroom and electricity and all that stuff. So Casey had opted to sleep in a tent, and that's where she had been with many others. Apparently there were lots of people sleeping outside in these tents. Supposedly if you volunteer at these, I think they're called like ashram yogas, you can stay for free. So you can imagine the type of people that she must have been around. Not everybody is love, peace, and yoga. There's some pretty freaky-deaky people out there. So I've been fascinated with this story. I've been reading up on it. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I learned this morning that Miss Casey is actually a transgender female. And look, no matter how you feel about that, she's still a human being, and she is missing, and we need to find answers. But I've been hearing that this is being left out of the news reports. This very important detail of her being transgender is being left out of news reports, and some people are commenting that it's not an important fact. But I beg to differ, and I want to speak on this. And I am by no means qualified to be making any comments on LGBTQIA issues. I'm a heterosexual female, but born female, I guess I should specify. But this struck a chord with me that for several reasons, and I just felt like the need to get it out there a little bit. So number one, this is important because I wonder if it is a hate crime. Now listen, every violent crime against someone technically is a hate crime, but you know what I mean, right? I'm wondering if maybe someone found out that Taylor was born a he, and perhaps they did not take well to this news. I was on Reddit. I went down the rabbit hole of Reddit. I know I shouldn't have, but someone commented that they had just left Bahamas vacation on July 1st, and that the rumors around the island from her taxi driver was that well, let's just put it this way, in Caribbean islands, unfortunately, things are changing, but not all of them are very trans friendly, not very supportive of the LGBTQIA community, right? So the theory was that, unfortunately, perhaps she fell into the wrong hands of a botched romantic encounter, or perhaps some locals just found out her quote-unquote secret, even though I don't think it was a secret, and did not take kindly to it. I think that needs to be factored into the case, and by the news outlets not identifying Miss Casey as transgender, that it could be harmful. Could be very harmful. I also think it's important because the people need to know exactly what details to be looking for, and God forbid there are remains found, or if people are looking for someone, I think it's important that we know the exact details of this person. God forbid, they need to be identified. If the body of a young man is found, an anatomical man is found, they may not be thinking that this is the missing person that we're searching for, because the gender doesn't match up. Do you see what I mean? So I just feel like I understand when people say it's not an important detail, because we're not trying to judge the person for that. We're not being judgmental at all, but we're being from a physiology, from an anatomy and physiology point of view, and from legal purposes. I think it is important that the world know that Miss Casey is a transgender woman of color, and I do not mean to speak of her in the past tense. It's just that we've heard that her phone has been found. Her phone was found in the water. It pinged in the water, and her phone was found 56 feet out into the water. So it's just not looking very good. And according to Miss Casey's family and friends, the local police not really being that forthcoming, the volunteers and the staff at the resort were not that helpful, and they kind of got the feeling that the vacationing tourists did not want to be bothered or questioned by family. So it's a really sad situation, and I'm wondering if things would be any different. Again, people can sometimes get judgmental treatment, judgmental care based on certain things, and I'm not implying that, but I definitely think it should be considered. And in certain places where things aren't as accepted, we can't expect people to have our mindset, right? You have to kind of take culture into consideration, and maybe there were just some people that did not like the fact that Taylor was transgender. I don't know. I want to hope that had nothing to do with it, and that they find her safely, or maybe this was just a freak accident and she ended up in the water, or there were sharks. I really don't know, but I do think that we need to consider that this make sure this family gets the closure they need, and that she gets the justice she deserves, because no matter what, no matter, like I said, no matter how you feel, about the situation, people deserve to make it home safely, right? Everyone does, so that's all right. Okay. Just my 2 cents. I'm sorry, I know